The poor creatures didn't stand a chance. They thought Krill was merely another traveler. Krill was no ordinary man. He was a necromancer. As a last goblin tried to escape Krill's dark powers, the necromancer drained his soul with a mere wave of his hand. The greenskin's lifeless husk collapsed to the ground. Though he had defeated these greenskins with ease, Krill knew that the next group might be more dangerous. He had learned well from his old master, and he knew how to remedy this problem. Krill would secure a party to serve him. The shadow marshes were full of death. Many villagers and nobles would enter the marshes, never to be heard from again. They would either drown or meet their end at the hands of the goblins prowling the swamp. Krill knew where to look for corpses. His master had taught him how to find bodies and raise them as undead servants. After an hour, Krill had been able to locate the remains of some drowned men. He started the ritual to begin forming his undead troop. Krill couldn't understand why humans would want to live in the shadow marshes, but Mistmill was a human settlement set deep in the swamps. The people there fought goblin raids and untenable living conditions year-round. Mistmill was built near Bone River and had several bridges that spanned the murky waters. The only way into the city was to cross one of those bridges, and going through Mistmill was the quickest way out of the shadow marshes. Krill knew his undead troop could never enter the city, but his power was continuing to grow, and he knew they could be easily replaced. His plan was to approach one of the bridges and attempt to bluff his way into the city. He hid his minions in the shadows at dusk in case he needed their assistance. As Krill approached, one of the bridge guards called to him. "Halt! Who are you?" "Greetings to you, noble guards. I am but a humble traveling merchant." "Stop right where you are. Why would a merchant be traveling alone through these doomed swamps? Where are your servants?" "They left me after my wagon collapsed into a muddy rut on the path. But I assure you that I have friends in Mistmill, and they will gladly help me." "You are unfamiliar to me. What is it that you sell?" "Spices and clothes, sir." "Huh. You stink horribly from the swamp, and you claim to have had a wagon filled with clothes and spices? I believe you are lying." "I wouldn't dare, noble god. I speak only the truth." "Then your friends will need to verify that. Guards, get hold of him." Krill's undead forces emerged from the shadows and quickly slaughtered the bridge guards. The remaining few begged for mercy, but Krill has no capacity whatsoever for neither compassion nor forgiveness. A battle call sounded in Mistmill, which meant reinforcements were on the way. Krill could hear the soldiers approaching from the distant side of the bridge. Krill knew he couldn't fight the whole city. He had no choice but to retreat back into the swamps. He had barely hidden in the trees when the kingdom's troops reached the end of the bridge. The troops followed the blood trail and signs of combat and spread out into the swamp. Krill managed to survive the next few hours using his knowledge of the swamp. Soldiers were looking everywhere, but by fate, or perhaps sheer dumb luck, they were unable to find the necromancer's den. Krill waited until dawn before escaping to a safe distance.